Hi kids, welcome back to another Bible True Stories. And today we're going to continue the story of Joseph. Our story is based on the book of Genesis, chapters 39 to 41. Joseph from prison to a palace. When the merchant caravan reached Egypt, Joseph was sold to an Egyptian named Potiphar, who worked for the king as captain of the guard. Being an honorable man, Joseph soon became Potiphar's most trusted servant. Joseph even lived in Potiphar's house and was put in charge of all he owned. Potiphar's wife became angry with Joseph because he would not disobey the law of the Lord. She said things about Joseph that were not true. Because of her lies, Potiphar had Joseph put in prison. Sometime later, the king's baker and servant were also put into same prison. While they were there, each one had a dream which troubled them greatly. Joseph noticed their sad faces and asked, "Why are you so sad?" "Last night, we both had the strangest dreams, and we don't know what they mean," they said. "God knows everything," answered Joseph. "With his help, perhaps I can explain the dreams to you." The king's servant spoke first. "I saw a vine with 3 branches, which budded and blossomed into ripe grapes. The king's cup was in my hand, so I squeezed the grapes into the cup and put the cup into the king's hand." Then Joseph explained, "The 3 branches are 3 days. In 3 days, the king will call for you and you will once again be his chief servant. When this happens, please mention me to the king and get me out of this prison, for I have done nothing wrong." The chief baker spoke up. "In my dream, on my head were 3 wicker baskets. The top basket was full of bread for the king, but the birds were pecking the bread to pieces." Then Joseph said, "The 3 baskets are 3 days. In 3 days, the king will have your head cut off and hang you on a tree, and the birds will eat your flesh." Everything happened the way Joseph said it would. The servant was freed, but the baker was killed. 2 years passed, and the king had a troubling dream. He called the wisest men of Egypt to explain it, but they could not. Then the king's servant remembered Joseph and how Joseph had explained his dream while he was in prison. He spoke to the king. "There was a Hebrew slave named Joseph. I met him in prison who once explained the meaning of my dreams to me. All that he said came to pass. Perhaps he will know the meaning of your dream." The king sent for Joseph and said to him, "I am told that you can explain the meaning of my dreams. Is this true?" Joseph answered, "I cannot, but my God can. He will give you the meaning of your dreams." The king told Joseph of his dream. "I was standing by the Nile River when I saw 7 fat cows come out of the water. Then 7 skinny cows came out of the water. Then the skinny cows ate up the fat cows, but no one could tell they had eaten. Then I woke up. Later, I had a second dream where I saw 7 ripe and healthy heads of grains growing on a single stalk. There sprang up 7 more heads of grain, but these were withered and thin. Then the 7 thin heads of grain swallowed up the 7 healthy heads. Is your God able to tell me the meaning of these dreams?" Joseph answered, "God has indeed made known to you what he is about to do. The dreams are one and the same. The 7 fat cows and the 7 healthy heads of grain are 7 years. The 7 skinny cows and the 7 withered heads of grain are also 7 years. God has twice shown you that there will be 7 years of plentiful food, followed by 7 years of famine and starvation. You should put a wise man in charge of saving up a part of the harvest in the good years to be eaten in the bad years. The king thought Joseph's idea was very good, so he made Joseph second in command over Egypt to carry out the task of storing food for the coming famine. Our Bible truth for today is, I will do the right thing, for God is watching. Again, kids, it's, I will do the right thing, for God is watching.